The things I would do to Pepe the king prawn. The things I would do. Hey guys, so it's me and the dogs, and I thought I would do a much requested video, which is rating my compatibility with the cast of the Muppets. So I thought I would do this because everyone's been begging me for months, and I mean, I was kind of shocked because I just kind of thought, you know, it's obvious that I would be super compatible with all of them. But I mean, you guys are really curious, and I live to answer your questions, and I need to do what the fans want. So I'm here, I clocked in, back on YouTube, back in the saddle, back in this tangled web that I weave. I'm here. My only other video existing on the internet is me trying on clothing from Aritzia that I probably shouldn't have bought because it was really expensive. So I will insert video clips and pictures of the cast here, and voila. Nice to see you again. All 28 of you. I missed you, so. Okay, so first of all, of course we have to start with Kermit. To be honest, I think that me and Kermit aren't actually as compatible as me and some of the other cast members. I just have this feeling he seems like a little bit of a control freak. He seems a little bit boring. Something about him, it just irks me. Something about him makes me think that maybe he's a Libra. Maybe I'm a Virgo, so I don't know what that means, but I just think we have very conflicting, I just think that Kermit is a little bit full of himself and just not in a fun way. Miss Piggy. So I don't know if I would ever date the equivalent of a Miss Piggy but as a friend, I would love to have a friend like Miss Piggy. I attract people like Miss Piggy because I think it's extremely fun to have someone in your life with a lot of drama and a lot of secrets and a lot of energy. I think that's a lot of fun. But I mean, I personally don't want to have the drama and the fun and the energy. Yes, the fun, but only as sometimes fun. I want the option to opt out of the fun. So I think that me and Miss Piggy would be great friends, but no, I would never put up with the BS that her and, wasn't it Kermit?
And we sort of wanted different things, you know?
Yeah.
It's the usual laundry list, you know?
Yeah, I would never put up with that. Never. I would never date someone like Miss Piggy because I think that I need to bring the drama to my own relationship. You know what I've learned this, is that I just wish I'd been more mean in some of my, relationships. I wish that I hadn't been nice all the time and gotten mad at people when they did stupid stuff, because when you don't get mad and you're always just like me, I just stay pretty calm. I don't really get mad. I don't really go crazy. Now I'm what a waste, because there's times when I could have done that, and now I feel like I wasted so many opportunities to let off steam. Okay, so animal.
Bunny!
All right, so I was watching some clips, and I'm gonna be honest, Animal seems like a fun guy. Animal seems like if I was at a party and Animal was at a party and we were sitting next to each other, I would be yeah, let's play beer pong together. We can be beer pong partners. Because I know that he would commit to it, and I know that he would bring the energy. But the thing is, he barely speaks in sentences. So that's a little bit of a red flag, just a little bit. I don't know, not a huge one, but a little bit concerning. So I think that I'm gonna say he's still pretty low on my list. I don't think he is perfect for me, but he is good for someone. Okay, Pepe the king prawn.
I think it all depends on who'd you wake up next to.
The things I would do to Pepe the king prawn. The things I would do. Pepe is extremely charismatic. He's sexy. He knows what he wants, and he knows how to get what he wants. And to be honest, what more could you want? Especially if he wants you, you know? So Pepe, call me. No, but honestly, I feel he'd be more of a short-term fling situation. Super compatible, super great energy with me and Pepe, but long-term, he's a player. He's a romantic, but he's a player. He's got that kind of suaveness about him, and I respect what he's doing, and I want a piece of it. But I think long-term, I can't be in a long-term picture, because I know he would break my heart. But I still want him. Okay, Gonzo. Gonzo has a very nervous energy, but he does seem intelligent. And that's the thing is, I don't really mind if you're intelligent. I think I just, like, my compatibility, I need them to be able to hold a weird conversation. So actually, I think Gonzo would be pretty great for that because he seems like a little bit weird. Like,
I'm weird. I'm a weirdo.
So I think that he could be a little bit my type, but he could be in better shape. But I still think that, like, in terms of how much fun we'd have, I think that we would have a lot of fun together. Like, he would be the Muppet that at 2 a.m. I'm like, I want to go ice skating. And he would be like, babe, I have your skates. Like, I knew you'd want to go ice skating. So for that reason, Gonzo is pretty high up there. Like, I'm not going to lie. Okay, Fozzie Bear. So I didn't want to have negative feelings about Fozzie Bear, but you know what I realized? So Fozzie Bear has this whole thing where he's like funny and da-da-da, ha-ha, like he's funny. But what I think that's kind of true is there can't be two comedians in the relationship, you know? Like, you can't, like, especially if they're both bad comedians. Like, I'm not always that funny, but I think I'm funny. So the problem is that if I'm dating Fozzie Bear and we're at a party, he's gonna be telling like 20 jokes an hour. How am I supposed to keep up with that? And what if I'm funnier than him, which is probably gonna happen, and then I'm funnier than him, but he thinks he's the comedian in the relationship, you know? And so he gets like offended. He gets all offended because no one laughs at his jokes, everyone loves my jokes. And we get into all these weird fights but it's not about the jokes. Like, we get into weird fights because his ego has been bruised. So I think that could be a serious problem. He's great for someone else. I know plenty of people who'd be great for him, but not me. I don't think it's me. Okay, let's talk about Beaker.
Beaker, I told you never to talk to me like that.
I'm gonna be honest, the fact that he doesn't speak English is, like, at all. He just kind of speaks some, like, I don't know if I can, I'm being so negative. Like, if we learn to communicate, maybe body language, I don't know, but if we somehow figured out a way to communicate, maybe we would get along. But I'm gonna say he's very uptight. I kind of need someone who can loosen up. They can have a drink, they can communicate in English. So it is a little bit tricky for me on this one. In these clips I'm seeing, he's very stressed. And I just think that I would do better with someone who wasn't quite so stressed all the time, because I overthink things. So I don't want to be dating someone else who overthinks things, because I just think that it's gonna be a stress thing. Rizzo.
Hello, and yo.
I think is supposed to be like a teenage stoner character, like a skater stoner boy. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not into skater stoner boys. I'm not into skater boys. Like, I'm wearing a button down by choice right now. Like, I often wear a button down by choice. Rizzo wouldn't get that. Rizzo wouldn't get that side of me. But if I was also a teenage rat, though, I might have a phase before I discovered who I truly was, where I felt like, yeah, I can do this. And I would just ignore all the other things that we don't have the same, and I would just conform myself to be like Rizzo. So yes, we would be compatible, but only at a certain age and stage. Now, the Swedish Chef. Swedish Chef, get you a man who can cook. Am I right, ladies? No, I mean, yes, but he does seem a little bit old for me. I mean, I guess the other Rizzo was supposed to be a teenager, so I can't judge based on age. But this guy's eyebrows. Man, why am I choosing the rat over a human being character? This is my concern, is he seems like the kind of person to be very, like, if he's in the real world away from his soup or whatever, I feel like he would be very lost and confused and kind of bumbling around. You've never seen me drive or navigate a street. I cannot navigate very well. I struggle with navigation. I think that if we ever traveled together, we would get extremely lost and it would be a mess. So that's my theory. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. Ralph.
Well, aren't you going to write it down?
Photographic memory.
Write it down.
Ralph the dog character? I was just watching that video clip. Like, hello, his voice is so deep, it's so nice. He should have a podcast, first of all. it's just sexy. And he's got confidence, okay? He's got confidence, and he's not the kind of like rub it in your face. I just think he has that sort of quiet confidence. He's the alpha dog, you know? I'm sorry, am I going to get blocked from YouTube Kids for this video? I don't know. I think that for long-term relationship, Ralph the dog is like my number one. Because the Shrimp King, like, he's a player, and this guy's not a player. Ralph is not really a player. Like, he could be if he wanted to, but you know, if he really liked you, Ralph would know how to hold it down, and he would know how to be like the one for you. Okay, Sweetums. He's tall. He is quite tall. Do I like him, or is he just tall? With Sweetums, it becomes very unclear because he's definitely the biggest of the Muppets, but he's also an ogre. But everyone talks about how hot Shrek is, and Shrek is actually green. This guy's not even green, he's just hairy. So he's maybe one of those like dorkier guys who doesn't know that he's hot, but he's actually hot. I think that's what Sweetums is. So in that way, I think he's kind of sweet. I think deep down he's like a little teddy bear, and he would love me deeply. I don't know if I would friend zone him or not, to be honest. So the thing is, I feel like Sweetums has not the highest confidence. I think being an ogre has brought down his confidence. So that's not always sexy. That's not always spicy. So we'll see. We'll see with Sweetums there. But I think if he walked in right now, I was a Muppet, and he was a Muppet, which he is, I think I'd flirt a little. I think I would flirt a little. I think I would see how it went, see how it goes. Okay, you guys, I think I'm gonna stop because I didn't realize how many Muppets there were. Like, I thought there was like 5. No, that's not true. It's the whole cast of the freaking Muppets Treasure Island, so it had to be a decent amount. But like, there are so many members of the Muppets, so I guess let me know if you want a part 2 because there are more members, but I think those were probably the spiciest members, or the ones that I was the most familiar with from TV. Yeah, so now you know where I stand. The King Prawn, I kept calling him King Shrimp, but he's the King Prawn. Whoops. King Prawn, what's his name? Ralph. So now you know where I stand. And I would love in the comments for you guys to tell me who you think I'd be most compatible with. I didn't realize that I would be so into bestiality with the Muppets, but the only characters I was really into weren't human. Don't know what that says about me, or about whoever created the show and made all the sexy characters animals, which I feel a little bit weird about. It's like how I used to have a crush on the fox from that. It was George Clooney's voice, and it was George Clooney's charisma. Like, I don't know. Clearly, they wanted him to be sexy. Fantastic Mr. Fox. Okay, fantastic Mr. Fox. I mean, he was sexy. I'm gonna put him in here somewhere. He was so sexy. It wasn't just what his looks, it was like his attitude. Or the fox from, what was it, Robin Hood, like the fox version of Robin Hood. Every single fox literally was a fox. And I'm at my parents' house, living in a tree house right now for this week. Okay, but anyway, ciao. I will talk to you later, skaters. Yes.